Hello everyone, my name is Senia from Group 120 and I will give you a summary of the whole chapter 4 from biology. I hope you enjoy it. Climate and weather are very important because both involve variations in temperature, precipitation, and other environmental factors. Weather is the day-to-day condition of Earth's atmosphere, and climate, on the other hand, refers to average conditions over long periods. A region's climate is defined by year-after-year patterns of temperature and precipitation. It is important to note that climate is rarely uniform, even within a region. Global climate is shaped by many factors, including solar energy trapped in the biosphere, latitude, and the transport of heat by winds and ocean currents. The main force that shapes our climate is solar energy that arrives as sunlight and strikes Earth's surface. The greenhouse gases function like glass in a greenhouse, allowing visible light to enter but trapping heat. This phenomena is called the greenhouse effect. Near the equator, solar energy is intense as the sun is almost directly overhead at noon all year. Difference in heat distribution create three different climate zones that are the tropical, the temperate, and polar. The unequal distribution of heat across the globe creates wind and ocean currents, which transport heat and moisture. The Earth has winds because warm air is less dense and rises, and cool air is more dense and sinks. The organisms occupy different places in part because each species has a range of conditions under which it can grow and reproduce. Every species has its own range of tolerance. A species' tolerance for environmental conditions helps determine its address or habitat. A niche describes not only what an organism does, but also how it interacts with biotic and abiotic factors in the environment. Direct competition between different species almost always produces a winner and a loser, and the losing species dies out. By causing species to divide resources, competition helps determine the number and kinds of species in a community and the niche each species occupies. Virtually all animals, because they are not primary producers, must eat other organisms to obtain energy and nutrients. Ecologists classify Earth's terrestrial ecosystems into at least 10 different groups of regional climate communities called biomes. Biomes are described in terms of abiotic factors like climate and soil type, and biotic factors like plant and animal life. Aquatic organisms are affected primarily by the water's depth, temperature, flow, and amount of dissolved nutrients. The photic zone may be as deep as 200 meters in tropical seas. Below the photic zone is the dark aphotic zone. It's the zone where photosynthesis cannot occur. Aquatic habitats like terrestrial habitats are warmer near the equator and cooler near the poles. The nutrient ability are oxygen, nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. Freshwater ecosystems can be divided into three main categories: rivers and streams, lakes and ponds, and freshwater wetlands. Rivers, streams, creeks, and brooks often originate from underground water sources in mountains or hills. A wetland is an ecosystem in which water either covers the soil or is present at or near the surface for at least part of the year. Thanks for your attention.